What's up guys, and welcome back to Veggie on Pennies. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Alexia and I like to share easy, vegan, and cheap recipes to help you live healthy while being frugal. So as you can tell by the title, today we're going to talk about 5 ways that I eat for almost free as a college student, of course. So I live on campus. I'm really lucky that I get to wake up really late and go to my classes. Thankfully this semester all my classes are in the afternoon, so I do get a little bit of extra sleep time. And being on campus, I've noticed that there are quite a few services available for students that allow us to eat for really cheap or in a really tight budget. Of course, this is the university I go to, but I'm sure that if you really just take the time to look around in your university or in your campus or look around for your services, you can find those services around you as well. Also, these tips are not only available on campus, they're also tips that are just available around your neighborhood or just even your local grocery store. I'm sure that these tips can help anyone that is trying to spend less money on food, whether you're a college student or you just have a tight budget in general. So without any further ado, let's just get in the tips. The first tip I have for you guys is to research food banks available on your campus. So at the university I go to, they have a program where on every Monday of every week they distribute food if you have like a low income. So of course that accounts for pretty much every student. You just need to sign up, and basically you just bring your registration form with the organization, and then every Monday they hand you a box of food. Of course it's not like the grocery store, so there's not like a tons of options, but this is definitely an option if you're really low on budget, because it's really 100% free. So you just show up every Monday. At least that's how it works at my uni. Every Monday they hand you out a box of produce that you can use for the week. And it's really great because sometimes the services are only like once every 2 weeks or like once a month, but to be realistic, like you need food every day. So honestly, the fact that they offer this every week is really nice. So of course, yeah, I'm talking about in my university here, but I'm sure that those services are available at your university as well if you just look around maybe on your university website. So that is tip number 1. Alright, so tip number 2 is gonna be a little bit not as free. So tip number 1 was 100% free. Tip number 2 is just looking at low cost options on your campus. So again, on my university, because I know all these things, you guys, I'm always looking around seeing what are the best deals available and stuff like that. But anyways, I'm going on a tangent here. At my university they have a program where you can go and buy food in bulk. 3 times a week they have like sale hours that you bring all your jars. Well, it doesn't have to be jars, it can just be like empty containers. I personally like using glass jars because zero waste and stuff. I'm not zero waste, but I'm trying to move towards that, towards more eco-friendly habits, of course. So I think it's every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday they have like 1 hour each day that they have their sale going on. So I would just bring all my jars with me in a little reusable bag, and at one of the buildings at a university you could go there and it's all like dry goods, so you can pretty much stock up on rice, on pasta, on flour, on quinoa, greens. They have all those types of stuff. They even have like dried mangoes. Like some stuff like dried mangoes or chocolate chip, I've noticed, are a little bit more expensive there because I think they buy it at a higher price, but stuff like flour, rice is really cheap if you go there, buy it in bulk. Of course, like I said, this is my university, but I'm sure if you look around you can find some other services as well that service students that are really low cost. One thing we also have is that I live in the dorms, so in the dorms they have a service where all the leftovers from our school cafeteria gets brought to our dorm, and then every day after like 7:30 p.m. they sell like sandwiches and like soups, or like mostly sandwiches that are really just leftovers from the cafeteria. So and they sell them for really cheap, like $2 for a sandwich. They don't have any vegan options, like it's all like ham sandwiches, egg sandwiches, and stuff like that. So I've personally never I've only gone once to check out the selections, and once I saw that it was there really wasn't any vegan options, I just didn't go. But if you're not vegan, or if they're, you know, if you're not vegan, then that's a really good options for you because it's really cheap. So again, I'm sure like services like this, if you live in the dorms, you can check out, you know, check out your dorms association, see what types of services they have for you to save up on food and stuff like that. So that is tip number 2. So tip number 3 is something that you can do even if you're not a college student, because really this tip really doesn't involve you being on campus. It's just to buy in bulk at, you know, places like Walmart or Bulk Barn. I think Bulk Barn is Canadian. I don't think you have that in the US, but it's basically just a regular bulk store that you can buy really big quantities. So when I say in bulk, it's not really just, you know, like Bulk Barn style where you bring your own container and you just, you know, fill up your own containers. When I say bulk, I really mean like big large quantities. Like I bought this really huge bag of rice last week at Walmart. It was on sale for $10, so I was like, of course I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna put a picture of the bag here. I'm gonna do a little overlay to show you. It was like a really huge bag, at least I want to say 8 kilograms, maybe even 10, and I got it for $10. So if you divided that by a portion, let's say a portion is 100 grams, you have a really good ratio here. Of course, rice is one of the cheapest food, so and some grocery stores sell rice for really expensive. Like you go to like Metro or like IGA, those are like expensive grocery store in my area, and they'll sell you a little tiny bag of rice for like $10, which is unacceptable. I'd rather go to Walmart or something, or like even the Asian food store and get my rice in bulk, a 10 kilogram pack of rice, jasmine rice, my favorite type of rice, for really inexpensive. So I will definitely stock up on any dry goods like pasta or even, you know, rice at, you know, places like Walmart or Bulk Barn. Tip number 4 is something, again, that you don't have to be necessarily college campus to be able to do, is to shop at the reduced section of the grocery store. So pretty much every grocery store I've been to have a reduced price section. So this is usually a section where the produce is about to expire, or in some case already has expired, you know, and they just, you know, mark down the prices for really good. Usually it's 30% off, but you can find it for even less than that. For example, I recently got, like last week, I got like hearts of romaine lettuce. That is usually pretty expensive, but since they were already expired, they were so fine. But since they were already expired on the tag, they were marked down. So I like looking at, you know, the reduced section. I always check the reduced section when I go grocery shopping, just to make sure, you know, if there's something that I can pick up from there. Usually I see like grape tomatoes or cherry tomatoes, or like lettuce or apples or anything that's about to go bad or already has expired but still, you know, looks presentable. I'll take it from there. So always check that section. Okay with me. Okay. Tip number 5 is researching produce box services in your area. So again, where I live, there are tons of little, if you don't know what I'm talking about, it's like subscription services where you basically subscribe to having a produce box delivered. Usually you can get it delivered, or they like have like a drop-off point that you can select if it's close to your house. Those are really nice services because they allow you to get, you know, fresh produce, not always local, especially where I live, because right now it's winter, so a lot of things right now are like imported, and it's kind of hard to get your hands on fresh foods that is affordable in winter. So I think this is a really great alternative, because I've been subscribed to a box like this right now that I live in Montreal. Even before that, when I was in Ottawa, I've been subscribed to at least 5 different services like this, so I love those. And I use them, you know, not all the time, but pretty often. And basically what it is that for me, I'm subscribed to a produce box that is perfect. It's a perfect size, because you can choose different sizes if you're a family of 2, of 4, of 6. Since I live by myself in my little tiny dorm, I don't have a lot of space to stock up like huge amounts of produce. So I think I get the smallest size, and it costs $15, and you just get assorted produce in it, so I don't get to choose, but they tell you what's going to be in it, so you know you can plan your meals around it. I said it's $15 for all this, so I think it's pretty good value. So basically I get like 2 pounds of carrots. So carrots are, you know, always inexpensive, so that's like okay. I get like 2 heads of broccoli. This would normally be maybe $1.50 at a good price, so this gets included. Then I get I think those are gala apples, I'm not sure, but I think those are gala, and galas can be really expensive, like $1 a piece, so I get 3 of those. Then I get I think these are like, I think I can't, are these beef tomatoes? Yeah, those are like the beefsteak tomatoes, I think they're called. I get 2 of those, and I get the zucchini, so like small zucchini, so that's great. Then I get 3-4 clementines. I get a cantaloupe, that alone can be like $3. Then I get, I would say like a pound of apples, bananas. That would be like $1.50 at the store, maybe $2. A sweet potato, this can be like maybe, yeah, $2. You'd be like, yeah, it could be, I could say this could be $2. But then the real kicker is these 2 avocados here. I hope they're from Mexico, because those are the best. Yeah, those are from Mexico, which I freaking love Mexican avocados. They're really not close to being ripe yet. I would say another week or so, but those would be maybe like $1 each, and I get them included as well. So yeah, pretty good value. It gets delivered to your door, and it's just enough food. Like, it's not too much, like for a week. It's obviously not everything you need for a week, but I think it's pretty good. So, and it's really a good alternative to save money, because like I said, my box costs $15, but they tell you that usually the retail price rounds around $30 to $40. So if you were to go, you know, at the regular grocery stores, these items would be much more expensive. But usually there's like leftovers from grocery stores, or like overflow inventory that they just send to those organization, and in order to like reduce waste and stuff like that, they offer services where they bring people those produce boxes. So I can show you a little overlay of the boxes that I've gotten before. So really good value, because sometimes I even get avocados in there, and we know that avocados are notoriously expensive. You can get them for, you know, $2 a piece almost at certain places. So the fact that it gets, you know, a couple avocados included in that box that is only $15 is really good. On top of that, that box that gets delivered, there's a drop-off point really close to my door, so it's almost like I get it delivered to where I live without having to pay any extra fee. So for me, that's even a little bit of a plus, because it gets delivered directly to me without me having to pay anything more on top. So those are the 5 tips I had for you guys today. Hopefully they help you save a little bit more money this year in this semester, or any time you rather use those tips. I'm a college student, so I'm always on the hunt for deals and any ways I can save money. So if you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. You can also subscribe to my channel for more, and that's it, you guys. I'll see you next time. Bye.
All for dreaming. So I did my best to feel what you're feeling. But what about what I want? What about what I want? 'Cause what I wanted was to